Corpse Castle.
During the Age of Chaos, many soldiers fought and died protecting their realms. No land was safe, plagued by toxic fumes of Nurgle, and swarms of calm warriors engulfed the once peaceful realms. An alliance formed between man and elf. The battle was going to be long and furious. Most will die a brutal death on the battlefield. The army and denizens marched into the bloodthirsty jaws of hell, as they hoped to find the smallest chance of survival. The battle was brutal and bloody. Corpses were heaped on top of one another, drenched and dripping in puddles of their own blood. The ground was stained red, and the bellowing sounds of screams and metal clashing echoed across the barren field. Some soldiers fled from the battle in their comrades' hour of need. They ran as their friends and family were butchered behind them, leaving them to be slaughtered by hell beasts. The warriors of chaos, unlike man, welcomed death, and so fought until they lay in a warm river of their bubbling blood. The war lasted days. As it began to come to an end, those who fled were banished to Ulgu, the realm of shadows, to feel the isolation and abandonment that the ones they left to die felt. Many perished on their journey from starvation and thirst, but those who made it did whatever they could to survive. Their teeth stained red and blood trickled down their chins as they took another mouthful of those who died along the way. They hid in caves upon the mountains, hidden away from daylight and free from danger. Over time, due to the lack of sunlight and conditions without any contact with the outside world, they became savages. Their skin was pale and sallow. They moved on all fours like animals, and their teeth were sharpened into fangs. Within the realm of Ulgu and the darkest recesses of the mountain, they stumbled across a realm gate, not knowing where this led, but knowing what lay beyond their mountain. They chose to flee further and into the realm gate. Upon arrival, they quickly established fortifications from the ruins of an ancient castle, now dubbed the Corpse Castle. A stench of death and decay lingered in the air. The walls are shrouded in a thick layer of mist. The building bricks were ancient and decrepit. Grime and decay cascaded from its rooftops. Creatures lingered in the shadows. Blood trickled from the corpses hung from walls. Bones were flung everywhere. Corpses lay in puddles of their own thick blood. A look of fear stained on their decomposing faces. Their body was caked in a layer of dirt as they slowly sunk down into the underworld. Icy winds creaked through the hallways and gravestones shattered across the forgotten grounds, as those who lurked in the darkness made their way back to the surface to feast on anything that stood in their way. Now they bide their time in darkness, waiting for the time to return. Any adventurers or armies venture close will surely stumble across a place of despair and death.